What's up again, everybody? I'm Miss Lee. Your girl, Lady Key, is on the way. She'll be here very soon. And this week's topic is going to be related to a subject that I was discussing on Facebook recently. So, guys, recently there was an article that I read, but that's not the point. I'm going to get to that article in a moment. However, recently what happened was in November, a lady was arrested. A Georgia woman was arrested for beating her 3-year-old. Now, this wasn't an average beating because we all claim that we got whooped or beat when we were growing up, with the switches, the extension cords, shoes, combs, brushes, everything. We all know about, you know, whippings. If you're, let's see, 25 plus, you know about whippings like that. I'll say really 28, 29, 30 plus, you know about whippings like that, because after a certain amount of years, they stopped it where really parents couldn't whip children. So anyway, I don't want this topic to be all about this particular subject, but however, it was of interest to so many people that I wanted that to be sort of the basis of it, to ask the question, really ask the question, is that just, is that particular time that they're giving, is that time just? Is okay, so let's start off again. Let me back up because I think I'm moving a little bit ahead. The topic for today is injustice in America. Is our system broken? Again, that's injustice in America. Is our system broken? So we basically want to hit on some points about whether the time that certain people get is is fair. Let's just put it layman's term. Is it fair? So what happened? She beat her child. She and her boyfriend, he stood back and watched her as she beat her child, her 3-year-old, for waking up crying. And so, we all know, hey, she beat her child. She kicked him in the mud. He's 3 years old. This is in his head. He's going to have this problem. He may have this memory. He may not, because some things you remember at 3, some things you do not. It's certain things you remember. Now, this, yeah, he may remember this because he got his ass whipped at 3 years old like a grown man on the street. But does she deserve the time that she received? Is the question, and that is where heads are button, and that's where the intense debate, post, and everything went back and forth, because people really think that this guy deserves more time, that this woman should deserves the time that she got, and a lot of people are saying that she deserves more time. So we're just like, I'm just wondering, is that true? What do you think about the situation? Do you think that this woman deserves more time, or is the time that she got appropriate, or is it too much damn time? Okay. So guys, hit us up 678-961-9005 to let us know what you think. Again, this woman, she was in Georgia and she beat her son. He's 3 years old. He woke up crying. She beat the hell out of him and beat him with a switch. Beat him. They call it a branch, a tree limb, but a switch and a tree limb are the same thing. I consider a tree limb once it's bigger than this or this. That's a branch. A switch is this smaller than this. A switch is very small, so I don't know whether she hit him with Lady Keys in the building.
Hello.
I don't know if she hit him with what she hit him with, but either way it goes, they call it beating, and the little boy was hurt. He had laceration. She kicked him, and he had They showed no. I don't think it was any broken bones. They showed like laceration, like he had like a really red mark right here across his chest. But the lady basically abused him. But does that constitute what the judge gave her, which is 30 years, do 20 years behind bars? 30 years, serve 20 behind bars. So she's definitely going to be doing 20 years in jail. And is it right? Is that injustice because this is a black woman in a white town? Or what is it? Because some people argue that you got your girl Lacey, not Lacey, but Stacy, what is her name? The lady that killed her daughter, Stacy Anthony. Is that her name? Tracy Anthony?
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. There we go. Casey Anthony. Everybody knows she killed the baby, but she got off, and she's not serving.
Hello.
For it. We're real divas.
Real juicy.
With that real talk. You got your girl, Lady Key has made it
to the building.
Yes, she's
ready.
Ready.
On the delay.
Ready for it, and I think that delay is coming because I was going to try to do Spreaker as well, and I'm not going to ever do that again. I keep on saying I'm not going to do it. I don't know why. I keep doing it. I don't know why. I'm trying to get this delay off, y'all, because I hate for the whole thing to be this way. While we're on, I'm gonna try to.
It might as well. I'm delayed.
That's right.
So it go with my flow.
Exactly, but we don't want justice to be delayed. Justice is supposed to be blind. It's not supposed to be about color. It's not supposed to be about financial status. It's only supposed to be about what's right and what's right. And these judges have a hard job. They have to sentence people. I have no idea how they can live at night, how they can sleep at night, knowing that they have to sentence these people. And these people are doing time years and years and years in jail because of what they give them. That's a hard job right there. But at the same time, they need to be fair. Do I think that lady was dead ass wrong for whipping her child and beating her? Really, she beat him. She kicked him. She beat the hell out of him. Okay. Do I think she's wrong for that? Hell yes, I think she's wrong. Do I think she deserved 30 years, do 20? No, I don't. I think that she deserves years in jail, of course. I think she deserves some parental classes. She should not be able to come into contact with that child again. I think that she needs some anger management classes. And that's what I think that she deserves. I don't think that she deserves 20 years in jail.
If the law said they could give her the maximum, they just gave her ass the maximum. Because she gave him the maximum ass whooping, so they gave her the maximum time that they could give. We know the justice system ain't right, so we need to get on our shit and try to do what we got to do to stay out that motherfucker. She knew when she beat that child to death, she was going to get something.
She didn't. If she knew when she beat that child to death, she was going to get 20 years, you think she'd have beat that child?
She knew she was going to get fucking something. I wouldn't want to do 20 days.
And that's another thing. You right. So something had to be going on in that lady's head to make her take the baby outside. What you taking him outside for? Why she took him outside? What, to go get the switch? But
she might have been on that dope.
She said that she was
what the child did?
Woke up crying.
Oh yeah, she need 100 years. Who got time? A lot of people crazy, but she need a lot of years.
I know she got a lot of years. I'm just saying, is it fair?
That's attempted murder.
That's not no attempted murder.
She could have killed that baby.
But she didn't.
Could have.
But she didn't.
So she got enough time to be attempted murder.
No, they charged her with aggravated assault. Let me tell you. Okay, let me just tell you. Okay. Let's see. She pleaded guilty to aggravated assault, family violence, child cruelty, and battery.
Baby, with somebody with that much anger on them, if you don't give them 20 years, you give them 20 days. When they get out, they might take that out.
Who said 20 days? I ain't say 20 days.
If you give her 2 years.
I ain't say 2 years.
Whatever you give her.
If you give,
she got anger and she don't need to be let loose on the street. If you could take anger out on a child, not to say that Casey Anthony deserved all that time too plus some more. But just because because
Casey Anthony actually killed her child.
That's like your children at school. They get suspended for fighting, and their comeback is, well, Tom and such got in a fight last week, and they ain't get 10 days. They got 3 days. But we dealing with you right now.
No, it's not. It's not that way. Because if you look at it, well, let's look at it that way. Since that's the point that you want to bring up. Let's look at it that way. This lady beat her child. Her child still living. Her child had no broken bones. Her child is still okay. Her child is in a home. Okay.
That is not okay.
Are you gonna let me say what I got to say?
But a child not okay in a home.
Oh, it does. I know that. I'm just telling you, this child is alive on this earth, living. The child still can walk, breathe, talk, and smell. Casey Anthony child is dead.
Might be better off dead than in this world.
But that's your opinion.
This is opinion.
Right, I'm just saying. But okay, let me prove my point. Say my point.
What's your point?
My point is, you got this lady over here. Since you said they don't deserve it. You're right. It's not equal time. They gave her 30 years, do 20. They gave Casey Anthony free. You free. This lady child is beat, but her child is still living. They took a
how much Casey Anthony paid her attorney? How much she paid her attorney?
I don't. She probably didn't have no attorney.
Exactly.
And that's where the injustice in America comes from. That's what the topic of the day is.
Get your money right. Get your money right. If you want a good attorney, get your money right. You know you didn't slip. When you slipping like that, you supposed to have somebody in law in your family, or you supposed to have your money right. Goddamn it! It ain't Casey Anthony's fault that you had to do a public attorney and she could pay for one that could get her ass out.
Right. Okay. That's true. But that just goes back to what I was saying before you came in. That's the reason why we titled this "Injustice in America," because if you have more money, should you be able to get off just because you have more money and you can afford an attorney? Because that's what the public defenders are there for.
It's the same as if you have more money, you can get your mouth straight. If you broke, you'll be walking around with no damn teeth.
I know, but
what's the difference in an attorney and a dentist or a doctor?
What?
If you got more money, you could get treatment for AIDS and cancer and better treatment for all that. But is that fair?
What's the difference between an attorney and a public defender?
A lot. Because you get what
I know what is the basis? What is the basis difference? It's no difference.
Get what you pay for.
No, it's no difference. They are still attorneys, right? When they leave that job,
and you got some good public defenders. You got some good ones, and you got some bad ones. But when you going for free, you going with the luck of the draw.
That's true, but at the same time, that is why we have this topic: injustice in America. Y'all, please hit us up 678-961-9005. Lady Key is straight on it. She does not believe that this lady was treated unfairly. She should have got every amount of time she got. And I'm just gonna read some of the quotes because I pulled up an article, and this particular article was about this lady, and it's saying that the baby woke up crying, and that and he received one of the worst beatings of his life. So we got somebody that says she deserves worse than what she got. That poor child, my prayers goes out for him. Okay, so this person is really sympathetic. Of course, everybody is, because no child deserves to get beat. You're innocent, you wake up, you cry. Of course, yeah, oh, what the hell? Oh, I'm crying. Okay, your mama drag you out the house, whoop you with a switch, beat you, kick you, whoop your behind, and
all for crying. And
all
you
for crying.
Been sick.
And you going off to jail.
If you can hit on somebody and beat on somebody that defenseless, Lord help me, what else are you capable of? Lock that animal up, goddammit.
Okay, exactly. That's what you think.
She fighting and beating on somebody that can't even fight her back.
Okay, we have another another comment on the article that was written, that says 20 years is ridiculous. Everyone in the late 80s, early 90s got beat with switches. Just because we don't see or have to deal with on a daily basis doesn't make it wrong. That's how you are taught boundaries when you're a kid. 20 years should be over 50, and the kid will have only memories of getting beat. There are hard times in life, but we get past them living and loving each other. That kid is going to be worse off than his mom in jail for 20 years than a switch ever did.
But it wasn't even a switch. It was that she kicked him.
It was all that. Okay, so then you're right. You say, somebody said if you read the entire article, you would have noticed that she did more than just beat him with a switch. You know what I'm saying? So she kicked him and beat him with a tree limb. Okay, tree limb, which one was it? Was it a switch or was it a tree limb? Because that's what I said. Some people get it confused. Okay, If it's
No,
bigger than
not
that,
nothing wrong with whooping him with a switch. I don't believe nothing's wrong with whooping him with a switch. But why did she bring him
but
outside?
why are they calling it a tree limb? If it's a tree limb, it's a tree limb. If it's a switch, it's a switch. Everybody know what a switch look like. But then you trying to make it to where somebody, they try to make it to where, oh, she hit him with a tree limb. Okay, so you mean to tell me she picked up a branch this big and
But
hit him?
all that because he crying, though. I could see
She
if he had
crazy.
done something horrible.
She was crazy.
They gave that white lady time, though, Caucasian lady time.
What one?
For, she ain't did nothing to, I don't think she needed time either.
Well, hell, they got the lady in.
I don't think that white lady needed time because the boy had stabbed some child at school with a pencil and she put hot sauce in his mouth and ran the cold shower water on him. And they sent her ass to jail.
How many years they get?
I don't know because I know not to do it, so I don't go for one day.
Okay, so you got this lady, the one who beat her. She's obviously mentally unstable because she is in jail and took all the charges. She told the judge, don't blame my boyfriend for anything. Blame me. I'm the one who did it. So the boyfriend, she's just saying, I don't care about what happened to me, but she didn't think she's gonna get them 30 years. Bet she didn't think that.
But she knew it wasn't her boyfriend. She knew it was her that beat the shit
Yeah,
out
they
of her.
say that he stood there. They say he stood there and watched it, and so he gonna get time too. She did do it all, but they say
So what? Okay, if he would have
they say he kicked. I'm not sure. I saw him push him, but I saw him kick him. So the man was in it too. The man did something too to the boy. Two other eyewitnesses said they didn't see him hit the child. But it was witnesses there. This lady is got to be mentally deranged because you got people coming and starting to stand around and see you beating this child outside, and you still beating the
now
child.
tell me that animal don't need to be in a goddamn cage.
I think that she need some help too. I don't think you just need to. I don't think you just.
It ain't the world's obligation to get your black ass no goddamn help. You need to get your damn.
Well,
self
they
some help.
making money anyway. They making money off them just being in jail.
Well,
But do something to them when they get out, so they can be different people when they
They
get
do
out.
something to them or their parents. If your family don't give a damn about you, why you think the government gonna give that much a damn
Well,
about
why
you?
they give?
Why ain't none of your family took you, somebody who's quote unquote love you to get you help? You want the government, now that you done beat your child half to death, to take you and get you help and recover you. Recover your damn self.
Excuse me. Well, yeah, they're gonna have to recover their damn. She gonna have to recover herself in jail because she got
that
20
real deal.
She got 20 years to think about what
Suffer your
she
goddamn
did.
consequences.
What she
you know what the
did.
hell you, excuse me, y'all.
I know
You know what
they-
the
what's
hell
going
you
on.
doing when you do it.
Yeah, she said her quote was, "I beat my son. I overdid it, but he had no part in what I did." She's talking about him. Now you know this man hit this child, but you gonna take all the blame?
He might not have hit him.
Somebody, a witness said they saw him kick him. A witness.
One witness say they did, two say they didn't. So the
But
the witness is outnumbered. Who is the witness? Is it somebody that just want to see them both go? It might be somebody that say that nigga need to go too, cause he was dang watching it. You can't believe everybody sitting around the tree.
No, you can't. You can't believe everybody.
And Lord knows the way they look like they came from the hood.
I don't know. They was in Douglasville. Douglasville really is not.
Every town got a hood.
It really.
Look at them. They hair ain't even combed. He got plaits. They look like
a
hot damn mess.
Okay, you are profiling.
I sure am. They
You
look
are
like
profiling.
a hot goddamn mess. 9 times 8 and 8. Here go your percentage. 9%, 90% chances are.
Or what?
They was in the goddamn hood, and they said, "Look, he need to go to."
Or probably impoverished area, because there are some there that are like not as built up out there.
Every town got a hood.
Okay. With that being said, that's that. She got 30 years. Is it true? Is it right? We don't have any callers just yet, but we want y'all to continue to view us. Thank you for viewing us, and thank you for watching the show. We want y'all to call in at 678-961-9005 to let us know what you feel about this topic and other topics, because this is not the only thing that's injustice in America. We had somebody talking about the Gennaro Wilson trial, where the boy, he was 17 and the girl was 15. No, he was 18. I think he had just turned 18 and she was 16. And he went to jail for that. He went to prison for statutory rape. But they were boyfriend and girlfriend, consensual sex. And he went to jail.
Good. I got girls. I want them to go their ass to jail. I don't want no
Is he
18.
18 years and she's 16?
Yes, go to jail. Goodbye.
Okay, okay. That and so you think that's right?
Leave children
2
alone.
years different. They're 2 years
Yes.
different. He like 1 year, 2 year different. So that's the same as
I
so.
don't want my 16-year-old daughter to have no 18-year-old man.
Okay, what about okay? But see, that's what I'm saying. You got when you 13 and you got a boyfriend that's 15, or when you 15 you got a boyfriend that's 17.
If you 13, you ain't got no damn business with no
But
boyfriend.
that's in your world.
In my world, I will call the police.
But in the real world, we got people dating. Let's talk about
My world real too.
Yeah, it's real, but it's your world.
I'm not the only one that don't let their daughters date at 13.
I know you're. I'm not talking about 13.
But to have sex,
I'm talking about 16, but it was consensual.
I don't care. Your mind ain't right to consent for nothing at 16. That's still your
It's
parents.
people, but being realistic, it's people who have sex at 12. Their mind ain't right then. Their mind ain't right at 11.
Exactly. So whoever of over age having sex with a 12-year-old need to sit in jail. He need to.
What if he's 12? What if he's 12?
Okay, well then you punish him accordingly. But the
Or
parents.
what if she's 12? What if she's 13? He's 15.
It's the parents' fault for letting them be in the same place at the same damn time. Unless they at school and they have it under the bleachers, then send both their crazy asses to damn jail
But
or juvie.
that happens all the time. But I'm saying this man. Okay, these two are a couple. They have consider. That's the thing. That was the whole drama about the injustice because they were saying she's 16. She done had many partners. This was not her first partner. She done had partners before, and it's consensual.
You forget the law says though that you cannot have sex with a minor. If you 18, you grown. Accept that you grown.
Really?
And if you want to be with her, hold out on the sex to after she's 18.
Really, honestly.
Or go to jail, point blank. Go to jail.
Honestly, statistically, really, literally, it is against the law in the state of Georgia to have premarital sex. In the state of Georgia, it is a law that it's illegal, really, to have premarital sex. You're supposed to be married. Fornication is illegal. Put it that way.
In Georgia.
In Georgia. So really, a whole bunch of people can be in jail because that's a law. It's a law.
Really?
Yes, it's a law.
It needs to be.
But see, it need to be a law everywhere. And maybe we'll stop having children.
Hell no, because Georgia is probably number one for fornication. So the law ain't really helping it out.
You think so? I don't know.
Nobody, just saying a lot of it go on.
You're right, and nobody gets arrested for it. You know what I'm saying? It's also illegal in Georgia, and I think in Tennessee too, to mess with a married man. If you could sue the woman for messing with your man, you know, adultery is against. Oh, there's a law, but see that goes back to injustice in America. We got laws that pertain to.
And the sad people, and a lot of the injustice is that people don't know the law and they use that for excuse. But ignorance is not an excuse for knowing the law. So just because you didn't know that you could go to jail that long for beating your child, you should have read the laws to know that. Even though some stuff you don't have to read. She knew in her mind she was going for something. But if she thought she wanted to know that you could get up to 30 years, she should have read about it. If that 18-year-old mama didn't tell him, it was his fault that he didn't know the law. At 18, you can't mess with no minor. You 18 and you're grown. So it's not nobody's fault that you don't know the law. Then we don't know the law and we might try to turn it around to injustice. But you injustified yourself when you didn't educate yourself on the law. And I'm glad I'm married now, so I don't have to worry about breaking it. But that was one law I didn't know. So I'd have been locked up or don't let me out just for the same thing. But God is good. He watches over me and I ask him for guidance. So he guided me in the right way. I'm married. I don't do no adultery, no fornication, none of that. So I am legal to be.
Okay. So other injustices in America, we got races. You know, we got a lot of racism that goes on in America, but
Did I say illegal? Hold on, I'm so sorry. Did I say illegal to be? I am legal.
Legal.
And
You
rich.
had to go back and read.
I am not illegal. Strike that from the record. Don't lock me up. It might be against the law to say you're damn illegal. But go ahead, Miss Lee.
Boom, boom. You lock you up for
Clack,
terroristic threat.
She was on Ustream. She already said it.
She's
Against
illegal.
the law.
She's illegal. She's not from here. She's from
Don't
Haiti.
give me 20, 30 years. I'm sorry. I ain't wish that on that lady. She really did it to herself. But what you was saying, Miss Lee, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I said I am illegal to be.
You are illegal to be. Okay. So other injustices in America. The fact that some of the rich people can get off for doing the same thing that poor people do. It's the money, just like you said.
It's money.
It's money.
People, read your laws, educate yourself, and get your grind on. If you want to do illegal shit, at least know that it's illegal and know that you need to start stacking bread for an attorney when you do it.
Right. So what you're saying is that I'm trying.
Is it injustice or is it ignorance?
Okay,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
But okay, so we've already established that there is injustice in America. So the second part of it is our system broken? Is it right? Is it wrong? Is our system broken? Is it right just because you have money, you are better equipped to get away with the crime you
because
committed?
everybody can have money. It's all about what you're gonna go through to get it. Anybody can do anything, and you can have money. It's nobody's fault that you don't have money. So if you want to do like the rich, get like the rich. Do what it takes to get rich.
But that's not right though, because if it doesn't matter. Y'all did the same crime. You did the same crime.
But you're not in front of the same judge. You don't have the same lawyer. Situations are several different sometimes.
Well, sometimes you got somebody that.
But I've seen it because of who you know and who you are, and the lawyer that you got next to no time, and someone who did it almost in self-defense got a lot more time than the person who just cold blood killed. No, it's not
because
right.
Of who you are and your history.
You didn't do right, so you can't argue if you wrong.
Well, yeah, but the thing about it is that the time that's given. We all know that in America that blacks and minorities get more time for crack cocaine because it's supposed to be a black drug. They get more time for that than the counterparts get. Our counterparts get for regular cocaine, the stuff you sniff, not the stuff you smoke, the stuff you sniff. So you get more time for the stuff you smoke and you sniff because crack was put in the black communities to destroy the black communities. That's what I've heard. And so I can't say that because I've never seen anybody walk crack into the community and drop it there and say, all y'all black folks start smoking crack. But you got people that also get large amounts of time for selling crack, and then you got the white counterparts who go to a country club prisons for selling regular, for selling just regular pure cocaine. So that is messed up because a drug is a drug. Okay, what makes the drug different? Even weed, you get less time for selling weed than you do for crack, or for meth than you do. I guess is how the effects are in the community, because nobody is like really, going out and killing people for smoking weed. So I guess the effects, with meth and what it does to communities, and it's mostly a white drug as well. So I'm not really trying to put this about race and everything, but I just want to talk about injustice because we do know that America is black and white, and that's what everybody thinks. But America is not black and white.
I think America is more rich and poor. Because
rich and poor,
I believe it's more rich and poor than it is black and white.
Now,
but a lot of black people are so stuck up and caught up on feel sorry for me. Is it because I'm black?
It is.
But it's more so rich or poor, because if you're a rich black person, you gonna go do just as well as Casey Anthony did. If that was a rich black person with a rich lawyer, I think he could have got off.
But Casey wasn't rich.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't rich.
But I'm just saying, a rich black person, a lot of white, there's a lot of prejudice. I'm not
denying because we know that.
But they got white people that when you is up and you up, no matter if you black or white, if you got enough money talk, BS walk.
Yeah.
They ain't caring about your color. It's more of a money, rich and poor world than it is a black and white world, because a lot of people have let go to black and white. The black are harder to let go to black and white than the white are harder to let go of the black and white.
Right, and this, of course,
because you got black prejudice against their own color. So it
right.
really, you might have more black people prejudice against black people than you got white people prejudice against black people. This is a rich and a poor world. Some black people, when they get rich, they looking down on the poor blacks.
Right.
Just like the rich whites.
Right.
So it's the rich looking down on the poor. I don't think it's the whites looking down on the blacks.
Right, but and I agree with you 100%. But in the justice system, is that fair? Is the system broken to where you cannot get a fair trial because you are poor?
Is the system broken, or is that the system? Because that has been the system since the system began.
Hello!
It might not be broken. It might be just the system. So deal with it. Get your money right. Get your mind right. Get your money right. Get it together.
That was my next point.
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself if you know you can't do it.
That's right.
Don't go doing that illegal shit if you know you ain't got the bread. Don't do it.
That's right. And that was my next point. I'm glad you came up.
Hello.
And you introduced that. Thank you everybody for checking in with us. Appreciate it. That was what I was just getting ready. You broke it up, broke the ice, you broke it in. Great. I'm so glad you did, because you said, is our system broken? That just may be the system. Yes, the system is not broken. It was designed that way. Period.
So get with it or get it on.
The system was designed that way. It's not broken. It's the same as it always has been.
So you got to deal with it how the system is, and know not to do nothing illegal unless you read up on it. Know the penalty. Know the maximum sentence. Know if you can afford the lawyer that specializes in that. So when you go out there doing all that illegal stuff, you need to know your connects. If you ain't got no connect, go sit down.
Yeah, or money. Yeah,
if you ain't got the money. If you got money, you got connect.
No money, no connect.
Connect's gonna come to you if
That's
you got the right money.
Hello. That clout bring it right on to you, though. That money bring that clout right on to you. Okay. So, guys, thank you. We appreciate you. We are out of time. And we are going to end this topic, Injustice in America, right where we are right now, because we have went over our 30 minutes, gone over our 30 minutes. Guys, next week's topic will be think outside your hood.
And that expands from this one, because you got to think outside the hood.
Exactly.
If you want to be in the hood doing injustice in the injustice system, then you need to think outside the hood, get your mind right, know the laws. Reading is fundamental.
It's fundamental.
Beauty tip is not pretty to be ignorant. You cannot be beautiful. I don't care how your hair look, your clothes look, your suit look, your dress look, your shoes look. If you ignorant, you're ugly.
Ignorance is not bliss. Can that be a beauty tip? Like you said, it's not bliss. Okay, if you don't know, find out. God dang.
Gotta get it.
Stop saying. Don't you hate when people beauty tip? Stop saying that ain't no beauty tip. That's a PSA. Stop saying when somebody try to tell you what's right. Stop saying whatever. You know what I meant to say.
Oh, I say that all the time.
Say it right.
Guilty.
But yes, but please, you don't say it all. You like, oh really? Oh, okay. I ain't no, you don't say that like that. Dude. If somebody tell you something that's, if you say something wrong and somebody tell you something, you gonna be like, oh, okay, honey, I just saw it. But you gonna think about it the next time you say it. You got some people gonna be mad at you because you corrected them. But that's because you didn't know. And when you don't know something, you are ignorant to the fact. And when somebody try to introduce that fact to you and not let you remain in your ignorant state, you get upset with them. Think outside your hood. That's next week's topic. Next week's date is what? July the what's today's date? The 19th. So that'll be the 26th.
Good. Don't make me count.
Girl, we gotta add in our heads, girl.
Fingers.
The 26th.
Pull out them fingers and the toes.
Next
PSA. If you can't count in your head, use your fingers and your toes.
Next week's just wrapping it up. This week we talked about injustice in America. Next week we're gonna talk about thinking outside the hood. And it doesn't mean ghetto. It just means your hood, your neighborhood. You might stay in the okay neighborhood or may not. You may stay in the country and wherever you stay. Just think outside of there, because it's a big world out here, people. We love you. We real divas.
Real juicy.
With that real talk. And if you ain't got it,
you better get it.
We love you. Peace.